Vice Chancellor of the Indian Maritime University, Dr. Mrs. Malini Shankar, IAS retired, has sent out a message calling upon all erstwhile students of T.S. Dufferin, T.S. Rajendra, T.S. Chanakya, Mary, DMET, NSDRC, IIPM and NIPM to lend a hand in building confidence in the student community, to strengthen partnership with the university, and to realize the goals to become a premier maritime nation by sending in their views and suggestions. She urged the former students saying, "I believe that as alumni you are our ambassadors and torchbearers. As we set out on our voyage towards greater heights, we look forward to your support in realizing the true vision of this university."
Hello and welcome to the 31st edition of Marex Maritime News. These are the headlines on Monday, 14 September 2020. ITF concerned that seafarers could be made scapegoats in the WAKASHIO trial. AIMPA calls for change to ship managers' pilot ladder purchase process. Anglo-Eastern honoured by Nautical Institute. Seafarers repatriated from Iran cross 1,000 mark. ASM Alliance Management Services India manned vessel HELEN M in New Diamond crew rescue. NUSI, a pillar of support in COVID-19 times for Indian seafarers and the industry. And now the news in detail. The International Transport Workers Federation, ITF, has warned that all the factors leading up to the WAKASHIO disaster needs to be taken into consideration in any analysis of the cause of incident on the coast of Mauritius, not just the seafarers' role. ITF Seafarers Section Chairman David Handel said, "The anger for this tragedy is better directed at the factors that lead up to such incidents, rather than the people who happen to be in the hot seat at that time." Others have pointed out that it appears that the crew must have been deprived of contact with home due to a lack of on-board communication support. This comes at a time when some of the crew on WAKASHIO have been working beyond their contracted term of employment due to the travel restrictions imposed to stop the spread of coronavirus.
MAI continues to do its best in the matter of detention of Captain Nandeshwar in Mauritius. We must ensure that the investigation focuses on factors prevailing at the time of the incident. Factors include weather conditions, technical issues, if any, extended contract periods of those on board, and all other factors. Just like in commercial aviation, fatigues of seafarers should be taken very seriously. We are in regular contact with family of Captain Nandeshwar and are now focusing our energy on getting bail for him at the earliest.
The All India Marine Pilots Association, AIMPA, has said that ship managers are not totally at fault for supplying substandard pilot ladders to their ships. They are unfortunately guided by this unique feature in their purchasing system known as L1. Normally, an L1 tagged item is the lowest price, but so is the quality. And this unreliable quality is a serious threat to the user's life, which is mainly the ship's pilots.
Recently, AMPA found out a presence of substandard, low quality and non-compliant pilot ladder on board vessel. We investigated this matter a little further and found out that these equipment are not supplied properly to the ship. We came to know the fact that these equipments are supplied to the vessel based on L1, that is low pricing by the purchasing software and purchased by purchase teams. We spoke to ship managers and ship superintendents. We don't want to blame ship managers or ship management companies for this, but we would like to urge them that L1 necessarily means low cost and also low quality. The construction of pilot ladder is governed by the SOLAS regulation and IMO resolution 1045. This is also a life-saving equipment as it is listed in the Safety Equipment Certificate of a ship in Form E and is subjected to class societies inspection annually and during renewal. We would request ship managers and ship management companies that we should not be going for L1 criteria for purchasing life-saving and important equipments on board vessel. We also urge our pilots to be very careful in climbing these ladders as they have been empowered to refuse boarding on a non-compliant pilot ladder. AMPA stands for safety and security of pilots and would always try to make a difference in the industry in suggesting good practices to the shipping community as a whole.
The UK-based Nautical Institute has recently honoured the staff and seafarers of Anglo-Eastern Ship Management for their relentless efforts in keeping their ships plying and also for ensuring that their seafarers are able to return home safely during these difficult months of global COVID crisis.
The Nautical Institute India Southwest Branch, with the support of the Nautical Institute headquartered at London, has been running a campaign appreciating organizations who have taken the extra mile in support of the welfare of seafarers during this pandemic, in specific for the sign-on and sign-off of seafarers. Today, we are appreciating Mr. Manish Pradhan and Anglo-Eastern Ship Management. As you know, Anglo-Eastern is one of the leading employers of Indian seafarers with over 20,000 seafarers employed from our country, and they have carried out over the last few months 10,000 plus sign-on and sign-off by chartering flights and diverting their vessels for this cause of seafarers sign-on and sign-off during this pandemic. The Nautical Institute is happy in awarding the certificate of appreciation to Mr. Manish Pradhan and Team Anglo-Eastern for the work that they have done for the seafarers' welfare during this pandemic.
The Indian Embassy in Iran has recently assisted the return by air of 94 Indian nationals back to their home country, which included 63 seafarers. This brought the total number of Indian seafarers repatriated from Iran during the COVID-19 lockdown and now reunited with their families to over 1,000.
मैं धन्यवाद करता हूं इंडियन एम्बेसी के सहयोग के लिए, जिन्होंने पिछले 4-5 पेंडेमिक सिचुएशन की कंडीशन में 1000 से ज़्यादा सीफेयर्स को रिपाट्रिएट किया है। 24/7 काम करके इंडियन एम्बेसी ने एक अद्वितीय काम किया है और इतना सहयोग किया है कि रात दिन उनको लिस्ट बना के एयरलाइंस को सबमिट किए करना, उनके एसओपी में हेल्प करना, और पर्सनली एक व्यक्ति इस चीज़ के लिए अपॉइंट किया है जिनकी ड्यूटी एयरपोर्ट पे जाके बोर्डिंग तक कराने में उसकी मदद करना। ये एक वाकई सराहनीय काम है इंडियन एम्बेसी का, जिसकी वजह से स्मूथली इतने सारे सीफेयर्स को रिपार्टीशन करने का काम पूरा हो सका। वंदे भारत मिशन की फ़्लाइट के तहत इस पर विशेष ध्यान दिया गया और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि इसी तरह से इंडियन एम्बेसी इसमें सहयोग करती रहेगी और इजी तरीके से उसको हमारे सीफेयर्स को रिपार्टिएट करते रहेंगे अगर कोई भी सीफेयर तकलीफ़ में है। ये एक पेंडेमिक सिचुएशन में बहुत ही अच्छा और सराहनीय कदम इंडियन एम्बेसी ने किया है। मेरा कंटिन्यू उनके साथ टच और सहयोग बना रहता है और मैं उनका आभारी हूँ इस सहयोग देने के लिए, ताकि और ज़्यादा लोगों को हम रिपार्टिएट कर सकें जो भी वहाँ पर अटके हुए हैं।
It has been revealed that ASM Alliance Management Services India manned product tanker HELEN M on time charter with India's Reliance Industries was amidst the dramatic rescue operations that brought the crew of the burning crude tanker New Diamond to safety. The master of HELEN M, Captain Vinay Chandra, and his crew received profuse accolades on this act of exceptional bravery at sea.
Recently, there was a fire on board New Diamond VLCC around the coast of Sri Lanka. This fire was generated from the boiler explosion in the engine room, and it spread to the accommodation. One of our manned vessel, HELEN M, was close to the ship when they received the SOS from vessel. The master did a wonderful job, rushed to rescue the crew. Finally, they rescued 18 crew plus one injured crew. Thereafter, they landed this crew to the Trincomalee port for onward care. We are proud of the master and our crew as they belong to ASM Alliance Ship Management Pvt Ltd. Congratulations.
Hindustan Institute of Maritime Training.
The National Union of Seafarers of India, NUSI, have always been there as a pillar of support for the Indian seafarers as well as for the industry. And its timely initiatives during such difficult times brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic have added yet another feather to its cap, making it one of the most trusted maritime unions of India. NUSI have always stood strong to their commitment, passion, dedication towards the welfare of Indian seafarers, corona or no corona.
The corona pandemic has created new normals not just for us but throughout the world. And corona ka attack, so definitely NUSI ka counter attack. And NUSI has come out with lot of welfare initiatives in this COVID-19 corona crisis pandemic, not just for the serving seafarers but also for the retired and medically unfit seafarers and the widows of seafarers, including ratings petty officers and also the officer ranks. For all ranks of seafarers, we have come out with quite a bit of welfare initiatives for the benefit of our seafarers in particular and the shipping fraternity in general, and additionally all our citizens of Indian citizens, and augmenting the efforts of the government of India. We had given through our welfare initiatives, we had given an amount of rupees 25 lakhs to the PM CARES and also 5 lakhs to the Chief Minister's fund, and all the NUSI staff members, office bearers, branch representatives, they have contributed 1 day's wages, and we advise all the seafarers of all ranks to contribute 1 day's wages to the PM CARES, which we have done, and that all these activities is giving us a very satisfying and it is really a humbling experience for the entire team NUSI. We deposited 3,000 rupees each into the accounts of nearly 12,000 retired and medically unfit seafarers directly into the account, and to the around 6,000 widows of seafarers we deposited around 3,000 rupees to in around 6,000 widows of seafarers, and additionally we gave 5,000 rupees each to more than 2,200 unemployed seafarers, which included officers also. And during the pandemic situation, we have also cleared quite a bit large number of medically unfit cases, giving financial assistance to them, and also taking education grant, scholarship grant for hundreds of cases we have cleared. And a large number of seafarers, when they were stranded in India for nearly stranded in Mumbai for nearly 4 months, we took care of all their boarding and lodging. So we have done our bit, and I repeat, it has been a very humbling experience for the team NUSI. And we also started online courses for skill enhancement. We started a talent contest for the seafarers. Now very soon we are going to have an Antakshari program for the seafarers, because we need to have a lighter moments also. And the counseling of NUSI Sahara through NUSI Sahara is also on, and we take care of our seafarers. And around 22,000 sanitizer bottles was distributed pan India amongst all ranks of seafarers. So, and we also support the government initiative in the crew change. We are very pleased that more than 100,000 seafarers have been involved in the crew change, and we appreciate the work of the Maritime Administration and the shipping companies in this matter. Total overall, it has been a very humbling experience, and we hope this corona crisis go away. And our motto has been Corona se Dorona, and because that was when we started the counseling also for the seafarers. So we hope that corona goes away and we come back to normal situation and continue with our activity. Seafarers have shown their mettle. They are serving valiantly on board the ships, and with lot of passion and commitment. So we hope for the best and wish everybody all the best.
Captain Sriram Ravichandar, hailing from Vizag and working as unit head and vice president, Jaigarh Port, passed away due to COVID-19, aged 48. Earlier, he was a master with AP Moller Maersk. He is survived by his wife, a daughter 22 doing medicine, and a son aged 16. Captain Jitendra Kumar, master of the asphalt carrier Global Lady, passed away in his cabin during a voyage from Chennai to the UAE on September the 12th. The vessel was diverted to Karwar port, where his remains were disembarked. Captain Jitendra Kumar was an Indian national, aged 48. Mitsui O.S.K. Lines Limited has said recently that it would spend about 1 billion Japanese yen or 9.42 million US dollars to pay for measures to help Mauritius, including the cleanup of a mangrove forest and contribution to an environmental recovery fund. The Cape-size bulk carrier chartered by the Japanese shipping company ran aground on a reef in Mauritius on July 25th and later began leaking oil, causing a marine ecological disaster around the Indian Ocean island. The owner of the ship takes primary legal responsibility, but we, as the charterer of the ship, have to bear a social responsibility and take proper measures, as this accident has significantly impacted the environment and people's lives in Mauritius. Mitsui O.S.K. President Junichiro Aikida told a news conference recently. The biggest cruise ship ever built hit a major construction milestone this weekend. Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas touched water for the first time as it floated out from a dry dock at the Chantiers des Atlantiques shipyard in Saint-Nazaire, France. The latest in the line's giant Oasis class of ships has been under construction for more than a year. The Wonder of the Seas has been scheduled to debut in 2021, but the coronavirus pandemic has delayed it by 1 year. Every Oasis class ship that has rolled out has been a little bigger than the last. As the global shipping industry works to develop a new generation of sustainable ships, a broad range of concepts has been presented. The latest, unveiled in Sweden, looks to use innovative, advanced technologies to once again harness the wind, creating a revolutionary and sustainable category of shipping. Called Ocean Bird, the concept is for a new class of vessel which is a sailing, pure car and truck carrier or PCTC with the capacity to carry 7,000 cars. The concept design is over 650 feet in length and would have a 32,000 ton displacement. Primarily powered by wind, the vessel will have an estimated speed of 10 knots, permitting it to cross the Atlantic in approximately 12 days or 50% longer than today's crossing that takes about 8. The German terminal operator Hamburger Hafen und Logistik AG continues to implement its sustainability strategy at the company's terminal facilities in Hamburg. By the end of 2022, all of the almost 100 vehicles there should be powered by lithium-ion batteries. This will result in an annual reduction in emissions of approximately 15,500 tons of CO2 and around 118 tons of nitrogen oxide, because the electric AGVs do not generate any local CO2, nitrogen oxide, or even fine particulate matter emissions. The battery-powered vehicles are also attractive from an economic standpoint because their ratio of energy consumed to actual power output is 3 times higher than that of diesel AGVs. Further advantages of lithium-ion batteries include their charging time, which is just 1.5 hours, and high durability and freedom from maintenance.
Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for watching. See you all next Monday.